Good morning. I am Helena Blavatsky. And you can call me madam. Now, Calder is a bit off the mark here. He's trying to bring in Adamus energy, but it is me, and Calder, your Russian accent is crap. So please excuse him while he tries to find it and connect with my energies. I would like coffee, not too shitty water. Yes, coffee. Yeah, plain black coffee. No, none of this Saint Germain cream in the coffee. Yes, and I would like a cigarette too. I would like. I understand now that it is difficult to smoke your cigarettes indoors, but I would smoke 200 cigarettes a day if I could. And the one thing I miss about being a human was smoking cigarettes and eating a lot. I don't have a cigarette yet. And I promise not to smoke it. I may eat it. And the coffee, yes, thank you. Thank you. Do you have a light?
Okay.
I would carry around large parcels of tobacco with me wherever I went. I could be without a lot of things, but I'll just eat it. Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll just wave it around. And I married this man, and he was despicable. He had psychic control over me, but I learned a lot from it. I learned how to break free of those who try to psychically and sexually try to enslave you. We had sex twice. Once on our wedding night, and literally I went into a coma so that I didn't have to experience it. And again, about a year later, where I believe I was drunk and he...
Well, it's hot.
Hot. We'll just take a break here. Certain things about being a human. I was said to be extremely attractive in my lifetime, in my younger years. Extremely attractive. I was like a sex magnet to men. They simply couldn't resist my charms and my energies and my mysterious ways of doing things. In my later years, if you've seen my picture, you'll realize that I gained a few kilos. And I was known to not dress so glamorous after that because I didn't want to keep attracting men because of my sexual magnetism. So I found myself not dressing so well, and I sweat a lot. And with all the cigarettes I smoked, it stank like bad tobacco and old sweat. But it kept the men away, so I only had to do sex twice. And I don't understand why some of you are so fascinated with exposing your genitalia to other people. I didn't even like to do this thing that you do, this Elia. I would never be caught even, that was repulsive to touch myself in such ways. I simply had no use for the physical body, as it were, other than smoking. The world really wasn't for me. The people weren't for me. I had very few friends and very few associates other than what you're going to hear about in just a moment, the true masters. Them I appreciated. Them I understood. Them we could sit and smoke for hours and drink coffee and talk. And the masters, they never tried to have sex with me, so I felt very, very comfortable with them. I spent several years literally wandering through the deserts and eventually through the mountains. And at some point, I found passageway into the great cities within Tibet. When I saw El Morya on the street in the village, he had a big smile on his face, and he said, "Blavatsky, you're finally here. What took you so long?" I had to only smile because I realized this was my calling, to be with the masters. He invited me to his home, and we had a great meal, and I smoked many, many more cigarettes that night. And he told me, he said, "Blavatsky, you are going to start something, an organization that provides meaning in life, that talks about some of the mysteries and the secrets in life. Blavatsky, you're going to start the new age on this planet Earth." And with that, I'll have a bit more coffee, please. And a little bit more of the cigarette. Why I started smoking cigarettes, I don't know, but it's a habit I've enjoyed. And I've never worked with this caldera before, but I do like the fact that he smokes as well. We can relate to each other. But then he's a man, so I can't get too close, so you never know. But with his dear Linda Visa sitting close by, I guess I don't have to worry so much about him fondling my breasts, as men wanted to do all the time. I had huge breasts. Men always wanted to touch, but if Linda, if you see Caldera even getting close, you slap his hands. Caldera wants to run right now, but he says, "I don't want any of your boobs, Bla-Blavatsky." So we walked a few doors down, and he introduced me to Master Kut Humi. We would sit up together, all three of us, for months on end, I smoking my cigarettes and them levitating in the physical body, to show me that it can be done. There's no reason why it can't be done. At one point, I asked Morya, I said, "Would you teach me how to levitate like that?" And it's one of the only times I was ever truly upset with Morya. He said, "But Blavatsky, you have to lose some weight before you can levitate." He didn't understand how difficult it is to be in a woman's body and to be so sexually attractive to men who just want to reach out and touch you. And that's why I put on a few extra pounds. Keep your hands off, boys. And in one of my journeys, the ship was wrecked in a great storm. As the ship was going down in the storm, coffee. As the ship was going down in the storm, Morya appeared to me. Morya appeared and said, Blavatsky, now you levitate." And I was desperate, so I did. And I found myself in seclusion, trying desperately to finish my book. And of course, Caldera knows exactly what that's like. But my book with thousands and thousands of pages, and his is, just a few stories from Saint-Germain. I bring to you today this tool or this gift of the dream, to be able to allow yourself to see Adamus, not just through this caldera, but to see Adamus now with your dream eyes, to see Katumi with your dream eyes, and to see El Morya with your dream eyes, and to see me, to see Blavatsky through your dream eyes. And of course, in Blavatsky, you'll see this very attractive, beautiful, and not overweight woman, because now I've lost these kilos ever since I crossed over, but I still smoke. And so it is, my dear friends. It has been 7 long years since we have been together. I am Tobias of the Crimson Council. It was such a delight to be here today with Adamus, with Madame Bla-Blavatsky. Such a character. And truly, she's really waiting for some of you to start channeling her if you can possibly handle the energies. She's not always like she was today. She's not always like that. Sometimes she's a lot rougher. She and Kuthumi are quite close. They spent a lot of time together. And he did, and he still does call her camel breath. But they can laugh about it. They can laugh. It is I, Kuthumi, back on stage. The energy here feels so good. Blavatsky. I always said it was easier to feed a horse than it was to feed Blavatsky. It was easier to be in a house that was burning down with all the smoke than to be around her awful cigarettes. And she smelled like a horse that smoked. I love that Blavatsky can joke about herself, or let us joke about her. And truly, she did not like sex, and she really was never an attractive woman. I don't care what she says, but and she got less attractive as she grew a little older and a little plumper. But she can laugh about it.